In 2005, Stephanie Meyer asked the question, would you rather have sex with a dog or a corpse? And it led on to 4 disappointing books and 5 movies full of drivel. Today we're going to talk about the first movie, Twilight. And I'm one of your hosts, Lee. I'm joined by our other host, Chris, and his beautiful other half, Molly. Hi,
Hello.
Molly.
Hello.
And you're a super fan of this, so we're going to be really nice to you this episode. I know you're probably a bit nervous, your first time on a podcast, but
It is.
what was it that first interested you in necrophilia and bestiality?
It's just always been an interest.
Is that why you wanted to move to a house near a graveyard?
Yeah, that was my number one reason.
Wait, there's a dog kennel around the corner as well. What's going on?
Oh, fucking hell. I say these things thinking that's a bad thing to say, and then Chris always makes it worse.
Chris always crosses the line.
It's brilliant.
Sorry.
It's just what we need here on Top Grumps. But no, thank you very much for coming on. This is your first ever podcast, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Right. Well, you've got nothing to worry about. Me and Chris will take really good care of you.
I'm sure.
So, Chris, what are you wanting to do first? We've got a bit of a surprise, and we've also got our normal thing of you telling us what the plot of the movie is.
Oh yeah, I've got the. Do you want to look at my box for a bit?
Yeah.
Inside. Yeah, no problem. So in my works estate, I got talking to the guy that works opposite. He makes T-shirts and school uniforms and all that sort of stuff. They're called Arc. And basically, he came over on my birthday and just said, "Oh, Chris, I've got a present for you. It's this box here. It says don't open until you're on your podcast."
Right.
Which is fine. I have no idea what this is. I think it's a T-shirt. But he said, open it for the first time on the podcast if you're brave. If not, you can open it just before. But yeah, so I'll see what's inside of it.
Doesn't matter what's inside.
Around.
This is a recorded episode. I'm just going to edit in a blow-up sex doll. Oh, the tension. What is it? All right, Chris. Don't save all the glory for yourself. What is it? What the hell?
What does that
God.
say?
There's another 2 hours of my life I won't get back.
That's amazing.
That's class.
I know. Weirdly, I've heard Molly say the exactly same thing.
I've never said it in 2 hours.
Just give us some credit, man. We're on a podcast.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Oh.
Right. So thank you for whoever's designed that T-shirt. I don't know his name, but
From Arc.
what's it from? Arc Custom Tees.
Yeah.
What's his website? Go on, give him a bit of a shout out and give him some credit because that is an amazing T-shirt.
It's AARK. He's on Facebook. Give him a message if you want a T-shirt and that.
Did it have the
Really
website
good
on the
quality
bottom
as
of that logo there?
Oh, it does, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Chris, he's giving you a free T-shirt. I'm trying to help. That's backwards. What does that say?
Arcshop.co.uk. Go to him if you want T-shirts and that.
Arcshop.co.uk.
He's pretty good.
Right. Cool. There we go. Job done. Right.
Oh, I'm glad this is pre-recorded and you'll edit out all of my nonsense.
We don't edit anymore. We just leave it all in. So, come on, Chris. What's this movie about?
Right. The plot, it's kind of a plot. It's very loose. Not a lot happens, I know. So Bella, who her parents are getting a divorce or something, she moves in with her dad, who's the chief of police in this little town in the middle of arse end of nowhere called Forks, Forks. She starts going to school. She's absolutely lifting as well. She doesn't have a shower. She starts meeting all of the normal cliques and stuff. She falls in with it. Would you say it's a really cringy loser crowd? Because there's the Asian guy and then there's the blonde guy who's a dickhead who's like, oh, blah, blah, proper jealous on that.
He's got his like varsity jacket kind of thing on, hasn't he? So He's obviously a jock.
I think they're like the cooler kids, but it's a super small town. I don't think there's that many cliques to fall into.
Right, well, fair enough. So he's just fell in with a group of friends. And then she sees the broody Cullen family walk through, which they all look like pale, inbred kids. None of them are related, apparently, so it's okay if they kiss.
They're all beautiful people, every single one of
them.
them.
They don't look inbred.
They don't look what?
They don't look inbred. They're all like perfect in every way.
Just peel.
Is it? Okay. So they come storming through, and all the family, all of our mates and that are just like, "Oh, don't mess with them. They moved here from Alaska 2 years ago, and no one's managed to crack their friend group." So then she she gets paired with Edward Cullen in a science thing. Yeah, he's absolutely. She smells that bad. They has to take a couple of weeks off school, and then basically, she wanders the streets alone at night. She nearly gets chinned by some people, and Edward saves the day. And he's like, "All right, I actually really like how you smell. Do you want to come meet me family and start like seeing us and that?" And then he finds out, oh, it's a family of vampires. And then they play baseball. Another group of vampires come try to play baseball with them. He realized that, the other vampire likes the smell of Bella as well. So he tries to hunt her, and they kill him. And that's the story of the first film.
Reading the plot like that, it sounds like it was written by a 5-year-old, and then the vampires played baseball, and then some other vampires played baseball, but they didn't want to play with them, so they went away.
And the Cullens, they're vegetarians. They don't eat people. They eat cows and that.
Yeah.
So that means they're good.
I've just noticed when you were like saying inbred, like they don't look inbred, but there is like they say that's like it's sort of like inbred kind of stuff because they're the Cullen family and they're like brothers and sisters. But when they walk in, it's like them two are shagging, them two are shagging.
Yeah,
yeah.
And no one's good enough for him.
And they've all got like 1,000-yard stare as if they've like seen some shit. I mean, they're all probably a couple of 100 years old, but like actually. So they must have lived through World War II and that and did nothing about it.
Yeah. That sucks.
What would they have done about it?
They could have fought against the Germans.
Well, they might have.
I don't think they would have, to be fair.
No.
I mean, there is like other stories where there's like vampires that have fought in like wars.
Mm-hmm.
There's Vampire Diaries. Bex made us watch that. The Salvatore brothers go off to war and fight in World War II or something like that, which they should. Like,
I'm not into me vampire lore.
Not yet.
I watched that one with the kid in it, Kid Vampire, with Brad Pitt.
Interview with a Vampire.
That's it. Yeah,
Never
I watched
seen
that. It's about 4 hours long. I wouldn't recommend it.
I kind of got dragged into vampire stuff. So when Twilight first came out, my ex was like, "Oh my god, this film's coming out. It's meant to be amazing. Watch it with us." And then she was like, "Oh, like I know it wasn't that good, but the book's better. Read the book." And then made us read the book. And then it's like, "Right, read the next book. Read the next book." And next thing I know, I'm like waiting in Sainsbury's at 12 o'clock at like midnight, waiting for book 4 to come out.
Yeah.
And then 10 years down the line, I'm with Bex, and she's doing the exact same thing, going, "Oh my god, Twilight's amazing. You have to watch it with us." And I'm like, "Oh, not again."
Well, you should have brought her on as well.
Yeah, why is Bex not on?
I've told it a day. I said like, "Oh," Chris was like, "Oh, does Bex want to come on?" It was like, "Well, no, because Laura will still be awake. And secondly, Bex has never seen a single episode of Top Grumps, so she's not allowed on."
Argument.
I had to explain to Molly what Top Grumps was before I asked her on.
No, you didn't. Shut up. I watch all of the episodes.
You do. Thank you for always being in the chat. Like, you're amazing. So, Molly, what was it that... Did you get into this when it first came out?
Yeah, so I got into this through the books, like when they were first released. I've actually got my copy of my book here. It's very, very well read. This is my second copy because my first one got lost in a house movie.
Just noticed. That's on the windowsill.
There we go. So I had the original.
It's weird though because Lee's pages are all stuck together.
Yeah.
I don't actually know when I got mine, but I don't care. Anyway, so
yeah, so I got into the books first before the films came out. I can't remember like when the first film came out in relation to the series of the books, but I read the books long before I was like reading the films.
First book must have came out. First film must have came out about 2006.
It was 2008.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, the book was 2005, but I can't remember whether I'd read more of the other books before I watched the film or not.
So were you like proper like fangirling and like excited, going like, "Oh my god, Twilight's being made into a movie"?
A little bit. Like I was very much the target audience for these. Like I was a young, early teens girl. This is who it's marketed towards.
And were you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
So it changes depending on what book it is. But for Twilight, for the first one, I was Team Edward because wasn't everyone Team Edward?
Yeah, very much.
For the first one, anyway.
There wasn't the Team Jacob in the first one.
In the book, way more Jacob in the book than there is in the film.
Oh, right. Because, I mean, because I've never read the books, and my first experience of Jacob is him in a horrible wig staring at Edward, being like, "What are you doing around here? You shouldn't be here."
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, there wasn't much of Jacob in this.
Also, did you realise Jacob's dad, is it? The guy in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
He comes round Bella's house all the time. And you've seen the stairs that lead up to his house.
Yeah, there's just a massive flight of stairs in the film before they obviously have to like bump them backwards up them.
So there was a lad in my school who he might actually be part of the Nerdy Up North group, but I don't care. He knows this about himself anyway. He was like a proper scrawny little lad with long hair and cockeyed and everything. Didn't really get much action when he was young, but he's the spitting double of Jacob Black. And when this film came out, he was knee deep in clunge. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, you look like Jacob Black," and he just had women all over him.
Did he cut his hair short when Jacob cut his hair short in later films?
He always kept his hair long. Like he was a proper rocker, like in a band and stuff like that. So he wanted his long hair still. But
did he growl at them when he was the glasses were coming at them?
I don't think he did, but I hope he did. So Chris, what was your first experience like? Was this like your first watch the other day?
This was literally it. When it came out, was it 2008? So I would have been 18. Yeah, 18. And it wasn't on my radar at all. I remember when it came out where people were like, "Oh, this is amazing." And then some people were like, "This is the shittest thing I've ever seen." And I was just like, I'm just away doing my own thing. I can't be asked to watch it. So watching it a couple of days ago was my first experience with it. And it was weird. It was an experience because I've got none of the rose-tinted nostalgia glasses on, and I don't know any of the context. So when I was watching it, I was turning to Molly and asking a question, and she would make us pause it and be like, "Well, actually, in the books, this is more context." And I'm like, "I know, but I'm meant to experience it from the film, and I'm not getting this." Like, I thought, like Bella had either she was sitting funny, or she was on going through some sort of withdrawals because of the faces she was pulling. But apparently, she's meant to feel like a weird fear when she's with Edward Cullen, and she doesn't really know the reason why. And that's the way Kirsten Stewart chose to portray that. And to me, she was just like, do you know when you like sit on your wallet or something? It was like that. Like,
the acting's not great. Like, I don't think anyone can deny that the acting throughout is very awkward and uncomfortable.
There is some amazing acting in this from specific people. Like Carlisle. Yeah. Carlisle is perfect in this. I can't fault him one bit.
I also think James is really good at the character. Like, his character's the bad vampire who goes after Bella. I think he played it really well.
You know what?
The scene when they're in the ballet studio is good, I think.
Yeah, that is good. But I hate when he's tracking them and he runs out of the woods and goes, "Rah!"
Yeah. The growling is unnecessary. I'd forgot that they growled at each other so much. Like, so when I was watching it and watching when James and Edward are fighting, like, and I like it, and even I was like, oh God, because they're just like making weird noises at each other. It's just, there's lots of strange noises the whole way throughout the film.
There's a lot of cringiness just with everything. So I have got a question, and I don't know if you know about this. When these films started coming out, and it started getting bigger, and the last book came out, there was rumours that they were going to, like, Stephanie Meyer was going to redo the first book, but from Jacob's perspective.
Well, she wrote Midnight Sun, which is from Edward's perspective. Isn't it Edward's?
Oh, right, okay. I don't know. So she must have changed her mind. Someone told us that they were doing Jacob's story.
I'm sure it's from Edward's perspective. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's from his perspective. But I've not read Midnight Sun. I haven't read that one.
I'm probably not going to. I'll probably listen to it on Audible when Bex listens to it while she's falling asleep. And
to be fair, I might read it because this has reignited my love for Twilight. And also Stephanie Meyer wrote another book separate to the Twilight series, which is one of my favourite books ever, called The Host.
All right.
But so I might read Midnight Sun, but probably only if I can get it for free somewhere. Probably won't buy it.
I've never heard of The Host, but
it got turned into a film as well, but I haven't seen that.
All right, good for her. Got two books knocked out of the park. Cool. Right, so Chris, are you going to be watching the rest of these films? I think I'm Molly's nodding.
I'm going to have to, because it's just it's interesting to us because a lot of people love this and I don't know why yet. I'm watching it and I like it because I love a shitty B movie. Because, do you know, them films that are almost bad that they're good, like Velocipasta and stuff like that. And it's just like, I can get enjoyment from that way, but I kind of take it seriously and I don't know why people do. And I don't know if I watch how many is it? 4 or 3?
There's 5 films, but 4 books.
Jesus, the milk that. So there's 4 more films, and then maybe by the second or third, I might get why people actually like it. Because I don't know if it's like you get to a point where you see past the cringe and it's just like you're like oblivious to it. Do you know if there's a sound in the background all the time and you just don't hear it anymore?
Yeah.
No, like there is some good things that happen further on, like the Volturi.
Yeah.
I love the Volturi. It's this like sort of like ancient. It's like a church that they kind of go to, and it's like these like proper like holy vampires that are like the masters of the vampire world.
Right.
They're really cool.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll ever read the books. The books are way better than the films across the whole, like no matter which one you read them. But the Volturi is really well described in the books. It's really good. But the fight scene at the end of Breaking Dawn is a cinematic masterpiece. And I will die on this hill. It's amazing.
It's such a fucking cop-out, though. I watched that and I was like, oh my God, I don't remember this happening. Like, I couldn't remember what happened in the books, but I watched that and I was like, get in, this is cool. People getting decapitated and all sorts. And then I've told Chris already about this, where it's Alice going, this is what would happen.
I went to the cinema, like, when that was released and can like remember watching this, and like there was people screaming like when it turns and they've got the head, people like lost their minds because everyone thought that they'd rewrote the whole book. That bit was well done.
That doesn't happen in the books. Like Bex is told, like there's no fight scene. She just comes up and goes, oh, here's a child that was a vampire, don't fight. And it's like, okay, let's go, and that's the end. But no, Michael Sheen, is it Michael Sheen? Is that who Volturi guy is?
I think so.
But he's perfect vampire. He was like a vampire in Underworld as well or something like that, but I can't fault him. So some things in the later films do get a lot better. I'm sorry that like you've came on wanting to talk about Twilight, Molly. Like, oh my god, I love these films. I'll talk about these and how much I love them. And me and Chris are just like, fucking shit.
Well, like I can see that the films are not great. Like I like them so much because I like the books and because I know all of the context. Like watching it with Chris, who didn't know all of the like background information. It was like watching the film for the first time again. And I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense because it only makes sense to me because I understand the 3 chapters that they've missed out to get to that point in the film. So I get why other people have so many questions about it.
So when you're asking Molly all of these questions, I hope I don't start any trouble here, right? But when I'm watching a film with Bex, we'll both be watching it for the first time. And Bex will be the one to ask me all the questions. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we could be watching someone just gets killed at the beginning of the film and she'll go, oh my god, who killed him? It's like, I don't fucking know. I've never seen this before and it was the beginning of the film. But is that normally the order of things in your household? Or is it...
No.
Right. Okay, so I'm just with Nutcase. Okay.
No, it's because, right, I only ask questions because I know Molly's read the books. But if we were both watching it for the first time at the same time, I might go, what the hell was that about? And then Molly would be like, I don't know.
We also have very different taste in films. So it's not that often that we sit down and watch a film together, to be fair.
Please don't ask each other stupid questions whilst the film's on.
No.
Just checking. Okay. I'll have to fix Bex.
Sorry, Bex will never see this.
She won't. She really won't. Even though it's about Twilight, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, you did a Twilight episode!" Like, no. So, what are we going to do now? Is there anything else you want to talk about with this, or do you want to move on to our shite that we normally do?
Did have a question that I touched on before we started the podcast, that Molly was going to answer, and I said save it for the pod. Is what happens if they come across a human that is on their period? Do they go into a frenzy, or do they try to steal a tampon for tea, or?
No, so the author has explained this. I don't know where she explained it. I think it might be explained in Midnight Sun. I think she wrote Midnight Sun to like answer a lot of the questions, like plot holes that people had picked out. But she had explained it wherever she's explained it that like periods are essentially old blood, so it doesn't have the allure to vampires that like the blood that's pumping through your veins has. I presume to a vampire it must smell different.
So they're all right unless there's a vampire bear nearby. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it must be because like they go to school and stuff, so they're in a building full of teenage girls. There's bound to be at least one on their period at all times, so it obviously doesn't affect them.
Do you know what? This is a completely normal topic of subject. It's something that happens to women every month, but still, we're sitting here on Top Grumps talking about periods, and I'm like, how did we get here?
Because we're a very open podcast.
I think that's the question I've asked most on this entire time we've been on this show is, how did we get here?
So actually, Molly, then, so imagine this scenario. Someone in that school has really bad piles, sitting in a lesson, it's halfway through English, and one of them pops. Would a vampire be turned into a frenzy by that, or would that be old bum blood?
No, that would be fresh blood, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, so piles are fresh blood, aren't they? Because it's like a blood vessel. So I would presume that they would want to consume that blood, but then the whole point of the Cullens is that they've essentially trained themselves to the point where they don't go in a frenzy. But there is, so in the book, one of the massive chapters that's missed out is when they're in biology lessons, which is the lesson where Bella and Edward sit next to each other, they do blood sampling, like to get you the blood type that you are. Edward like misses that lesson on purpose because obviously he knows that people are going to be pricking the blood and stuff, so they're aware of when there'll be blood around that they can plan for. But I don't know, they must come across accidental blood at some point. Well, Carlisle's a doctor, so he has to be able to have enough restraint to not just be killing people all the time.
Also, doesn't Carlisle look like Wesker?
It does a little bit, yeah.
That's all I could think when I saw him on screen.
From the Resident Evil games.
I survived a volcano.
I'm still just picturing the hemorrhoids and a vampire going full Bubba Hotep and bum sucking someone. Thanks for that, Chris.
It's all right. Edward Cullen be like, oh, Bubba Hotep. Gotta get that bum blood.
So, right, what's the first thing on our questions? Is it? Oh, it's best quote, isn't it? Who wants to go first?
Let Molly go first.
Go on then, Molly.
Okay, so Chris has reminded me several times when I was getting ready for this that I have to do this as Top Grumps and not as like a fan of the books and the film. Because if I was doing it as a fan of the books, I'd pick out some like cheesy romantic moment. However, the one quote that I always think of when it comes to Twilight, and it sticks in my head, and it's like viral, you can get merch and everything with it on, is Jacob Black. When Bella gets out of the truck and he runs towards her and he goes, Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? Because it's so unnecessary and cringy. Like, it makes me feel ill every time that he says it.
What? Loca?
Loca, like as in, like, I think it means
living the vida.
Yeah, living la vida loca. It's like, Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? It's just so weird and out of place. I don't think it's in the book. I can't remember, but it's just really weird. There's lots of strange quotes like that. I also have a second one, which is when Bella goes to Edward's house for this first time to meet his family and they're cooking for her, because obviously they don't eat, so they're trying to cook. And Esme, Edward's mom, is like, Bella, we're making Italiano. It's just so stupid. I don't get, like, they're supposed to be super intelligent people or creatures. Why are they talking like that?
Somebody was an absolute dick there, and I can't think who. Either Edward or Bella. Edward should have said, my family are cooking food for you. Or, actually, I don't even know. It's just Edward. Edward should have said, my family's cooking food for you, instead of her being like, oh, they don't eat, so I'm just going to have something to eat before I get there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
What a knob.
Wouldn't you have just forced it down anyway? If your like new partner's family made food, made the effort, and they're like, oh, we'll just give her a chance, an excuse to use the kitchen. I'll be like, oh yeah, brilliant, I'll taste it. Even if it's shit, I'll pretend to love it as well.
Yeah.
Out of manners. That's on Bella, that. Yeah. You don't just say, oh, I've already eaten, sorry mate. You know, all that effort, fuck you.
Proper dick move. That lass doesn't really hate her, does she? Even though she's been a bit of a dick to her. She's just got some like past trauma.
Rosalie.
Yes.
The one who smashes the bowl. Yeah, well, I think she's a dick in this film. It is explained more in like later on, but yeah, she doesn't like Bella in this film at all. That's why she smashes. She also, if you'd notice, she's wearing like thick leather gloves when she's holding the bowl. It's because she cut her hand in a previous scene. So for some reason, she put leather gloves on her like a serial killer.
Aren't the fingerless gloves as well?
No, they're like proper leather, like full gloves.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't pay attention to her hands. That's not me being like, oh, she had boobs, I was paying attention to them. I wasn't being like a sexist pig or anything. I just wasn't looking at her hands, even if it came across that way. Right, moving on. Chris, that sounds like I'm digging myself into a hole, I'm being honest. Chris, I've got a video for your best quote. I can't remember which one it is. But
yeah, it's... Do you want to go talk about it through this, or...?
I've got a video that says Chris best quote, but if you want to talk about it first or after,
yeah, it's not long after that scene. It's when they're in the house and they go wandering about, and Edward pulls Bella on his back, and he's just like, "Hold on tight, little spider monkey." And I just thought it was weird. Why would you say that?
I mean, she is being a spider monkey.
True. But spider monkeys can climb and do things themselves. I think the Cullens have been in their little insular Cullen bubble for too long, and they don't know how to act around human people.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why they're weird, and they have weird, like Loga, like because he's like 100 and odd years old, isn't he?
Well, it was Jacob the werewolf who said Loka.
Oh, are they old?
No, like Jacob's the age that he is. I think he's supposed to be younger than Bella, like slightly. They're like tribe, or is it called a tribe? They're like family. Their pack is really old, but they're just normal age. I think they age normally. I think.
Right. Oh, so there's no excuse. I thought you were still stuck in his like Enrique Iglesias 90s era.
Maybe that's his thing. I don't know.
You dot some Spanish in every so often. But yeah, my video is of that.
Right, here we go.
You better hold tight, little spider monkey.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we took a trip to the woods specially to film some stuff.
Oh, I completely forgot that we were recording tonight, and I was out in some woods and like next to a farm, so I just had to quickly record whatever I could on the way home to set up for the podcast. So I can't.
We're just lucky that we caught you on your dogging day.
Yeah. I can't even remember what I've put for my quote, but I'll play it and find out.
What are you listening to?
Top Grumps.
Oh my god, shaggers now!
Yeah. So, hopefully we don't get taken down for playing that clip. I don't care. But
it'll be fine.
Yeah. At least it's pre-recorded, so it'll warn us before. But yeah, I did steal that. I saw the exact same scene, sort of, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtrack. So it's not my idea. I just ran with it. What have we got up next? The best character?
Yeah.
Go on, Chris, you're up next. Who's your best character?
Right, so there's a couple. I would say the vampire daddy, I can't remember his name now, Wesker.
Carlisle.
Only because, Carlisle. Because, one, he looks like Wesker, and he seems like the most normal person. He holds down a stable job. He interacts with normal people. And, like, doesn't he save most of them?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't turn them into a vampire unless, like, they're dying.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think he's the most normal-ish person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Carlisle.
My best character is Jasper's face. Not Jasper, just Jasper's face, because every time he's on camera, he's like... It's amazing.
Is he the one that's recently turned into a vampire and he's struggling because he's not used to being a vegetarian? Vegetarian. Yeah. He's got 1,000-yard stare on he.
It's proper gormless though, like. Yeah. But his face. Also, I love Alice as well. Alice is proper bubbly and happy, and she's got the coolest fucking hair in this film.
Yeah, she does. She's maybe the only person with a good wig. The rest are terrible.
Oh, is that a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, that disappoints us. I thought that was real hair.
No.
Do you wear wigs?
Will you, baby? So, Molly, who is your best character?
My best character is Charlie Swan, Bella's dad.
We haven't even mentioned Charlie yet, and he's mint.
Yeah. Because, one, he's like just normal. I also think he's really nice, like very questionable why Bella hasn't seen him for a few years and she only spent like 2 weeks of summer there, but we'll just ignore that. But like when Bella came to move in, he cleared space in the bathroom, he got a new bed and he puts like snow chains on her tires and he tries to look out for her and stuff. I just think he's like a nice, normal guy. It makes me laugh when Edward's going to go and meet him for the first time and he's like cleaning his gun and he like cocks it.
I forgot about that. That is one of the best moments in this whole film as well.
He also has a really great mustache, so he's my best character.
He's a poor bloke as well. like from his perspective, right? He's like finally got his daughter to come and live with him because his flaky mum has got a new boyfriend who's traveling the world, and she's dumped her daughter and just left. So he's just like, yes, I got my daughter again. He's like taking her around like his haunts, which is the diner and all this sort of stuff. And then she's like, all right, she's going to school. She doesn't talk much. She's a bit of a face like a bus horse, but I can deal with that. She'll warm up. He buys a new bed and does all this stuff, like really nice dad stuff. And then she's just like, oh, I'm running away with this really pale, lanky bastard. And he's just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run home and go to my mum's within like out of the blue. And he's just like, oh, we'll just sleep on it and then you can go tomorrow, so I know you're safe. He's just the most normal person in there, and I think he's hard done to by all these freaks around him.
You know what? I love him, but he's so boring. Just one of his first lines in the whole film where they walk into a bedroom and he's just like, that's a really good lamp. It's like, good conversation started, Dad. And then, Charlie comes here every Thursday and gets the same meal every Thursday. Try something fucking different.
Oh, I think it's because he's like, I don't know, he's just lost he hasn't got a partner, his daughter doesn't live there. He just goes to work and goes fishing, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
He plays with his wheelchair mate as well.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what they were doing in the background when Jacob...
were they dancing in the street?
Is that what they were doing? Were they dancing?
The guy in the wheelchair was like trying to ram his legs, and he was like, oh.
So strange. Right, what about worst character? I think we're round to me. I can't remember. Who have I got for worst character?
I'm a vegetarian, Bella. I only eat animals. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, Edward. He's definitely the worst character in this whole film. He's just such a proper emo, and not even the good kind of emo like I was, like back in the cool days.
Yeah.
First of all, how old is he?
108.
He's 108. And how old is Bella?
He's been alive for that many years, but he's actually 17. They stay the age that they were when they were turned.
Mentally, how much older is he than Bella? Nonce.
But he's supposed to also be 7. He's supposed to still be 17. Apparently. It's still weird.
It's still grooming.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nancy Vampire is my least favourite character in this movie. Sorry, Molly. Who's your worst character in this movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Mine is Rosalie, because I just think she's a total bitch. And I know that it's explained later on, but I just think in this film, she's just mean. Like when they're running away from the tracker and Edward's like, put Bella's clothes on so it confuses the scent. And she's just like, why? And I'm like, well, obviously why? Just do it. Like, I just think she's like rude and standoffish. And I just don't
get it.
It's like, I'll not ruin the reason for why she's a dick. I'll leave that for Chris to find out. But considering the reason why she's a dick, and then coming back to going, well, I don't care if she gets eaten by James, I don't understand that.
Yeah, me either. Like, the severity of how much she doesn't like Bella, I don't think like adds up. I just think she's just mean.
Who have you picked for your worst character, Chris? You haven't got a video of yet? No.
Bella. Right, she's just a broody little dickhead, and just because Edward likes the smell of her farts, she's part of this family now. So honestly, she brings nothing in she might later on in the film or in the books, but she does absolutely nothing in this film. She stands around, face like a bus horse, and she tries to like basically stalk this poor vampire lad. And he's just like, all right, come into my family and that. I'll take a chance because I like the smell of your farts. And then all she does is become a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah. And acting's shit. I know, like, Molly, you were saying she's, like, took it from the book and stuff like that, but it doesn't come across well.
Yeah, no, because she just comes across as like twitchy. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I understand the emotion she's supposed to be feeling because it's explained in the book, but when you're just watching the film, she looks like she has tics at some point. Like she's just like twitching and like her face is moving all weird. It doesn't come across well. And she makes really weird noises. Like the whole way throughout the film, she makes weird like groans and moans. And like once you notice it, you can't stop noticing it all the way through.
You know what I hate as well, right? When she's standing next to the car and someone throws like a Twizzler at her back and she's just like... Use your fucking words, man. Another thing I hate about Edward as well, sorry, is how he sits down at the stupid table. Have you seen where he goes...
Yes. Yes.
Never noticed.
Puts his two fingers on the table and just eases himself down. It's like...
Is that not because of the noise he would make if he sat down like heavily?
Is that because he's 108 years old and when he sits down he should go... Ugh.
Well, no, because so you know how they're described as being like cold and marble-like. So you know how they only play baseball when it's thundering because of the noise when they hit against each other?
Right.
That's why they play it then. Is he not like slowly easing himself down so he doesn't like slam against the chair and sound like crockery hitting against the chair?
Wait, are they actually made of marble?
No, they're not made of marble. They're just like, that's just how it's described. They're like super cold and hard. So
sorry, are they like really heavy like marble?
I don't know.
'Cause I was going to say they live in a fucking treehouse.
Well, it can't be heavy like that. I just think that's what it's described as. So like when you watch the baseball scene, they make like a massive bang when they hit against each other. That's why they do when it's thundering.
It definitely can't be too heavy, because if they were heavy and he was standing on that tree, that would have just went...
Yeah.
And Bella pushes him off her a few times.
Oh, yes.
So I thought that the baseball thing was because of the sound from the bat hitting the ball, and it like made a massive noise. I didn't know. That's what I thought it was.
Maybe, but it's also because of the noise that they make when they like hit each other. So I think it's Emmett and Edward like collide in midair. Because obviously they can like jump and like fly about, can't they? So when they jump up and like hit against each other, it makes a massive loud noise.
What's with Alice's leg kick?
Oh, yeah.
She's supposed to be like little and flighty, isn't she?
It's such a weird leg kick, though. Like, you don't need to do that to throw the baseball.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I love Alice. What's next?
Best death.
Best death. Oh shit! But
yeah,
I'm completely unprepared for this. I haven't wrote down any of my things. I just made some videos and then just was like, that can be that and that and that. Who's Molly? Oh yeah, that's good. I can think about it while you talk about your best deaths. What's your best death?
So my best death is James, the like bad vampire who tracks Bella. It's the first vampire death that we see, and he gets ripped apart and set on fire. And also the other deaths in the film are like, then like you don't see much. I don't think so. It's the only like notable death.
They should have made it a bit more graphic though, and actually get you to see them being ripped apart. I mean, that might not have been attractive to sell to 13-year-old girls watching this movie, seeing a man have his arms and legs ripped off and set on fire. It would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah, because they just drag him off to the side, like they pull Edward off and drag him off, and you see that they're like fire and stuff, but you don't see much. But
you see them grab his head a little bit as if they're going to pull it off, but the camera comes away just as like the
He makes such a weird noise when he burns as well, and it's like in one of the xenomorph aliens, like being melted or something. Like, Chris, what's your best death?
My best death is the vampire genre film. Because after this, this totally killed vampire films for a couple of years, I think. Because whenever someone said, "Oh, like, do you want to watch a vampire film?" I'm like, no, because not that shitty Twilight thing. Because that's all I heard after it.
Yeah. Did the vampire genre actually recover after this or not?
I think it's made a comeback now with Nosferatu, maybe.
I suppose.
But because stuff like Vampire Diaries and True Blood came out after Twilight, didn't they? I know that they're TV shows and not movies, but I think it maybe reignited the fascination that people have or that women have with vampires. It's targeted towards women. That's why True Blood and Vampire Diaries are sexy topless vampires and stuff. It hits a target, and I'm part of it.
The only thing I remember from True Bloods was do you want extra AIDS in your sandwich?
See, I don't actually mind Vampire Diaries. So a lot of it's very teeny boppy, but there's moments all the way through that are really cool, and it's like the Salvatore brothers are mint.
I've never watched it all. I watched it when it was first out on TV. The same with True Blood, and then I think I just trailed off. We were talking about True Blood today, actually, and I was saying I would like to go back and rewatch it from the beginning, because I can remember really liking it. And to be fair, that's probably more along the lines of something Chris would enjoy. It's not quite as teenage romancy as the other stuff.
Yeah. It's when they're in high school and stuff like that in any of these things.
Yeah.
And it's teen girls doing that. Oh my God, are we going to the dance? I'm going to bring my vampire boyfriend. Fuck's sake. But
there's a 1,000-year-old bloke in the background. All right.
So yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Molly, and just say James. Seeing as it's the only death that you actually really sort of see. There's Wayland and some unknown factory worker are the only other two, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wayland. James.
Wayland's the guy on the boat.
Butt crack Santa.
Yeah.
What's next after best death? Best moment?
Yes.
Go on then, Chris. What's your best moment?
So I've got a video for this one, and mine's weirdly out of pocket, and is a callback to you saying the weird noises they make, and it's when Laurent, I think he's called, the one of the other vampires comes and meets them when they're playing baseball. And one of the weird Nordic vampires is just oh, you brought a snack, and they all go aka. They start going feral and hissing at the other three vampires, and it was just out of pocket. Even after that weird montage of them batting a ball round, this stands out more and is easier to make into a video.
Chris, best moment. Here we go.
Looks like you brought a snack.
Oh God. Yeah. I don't really have a best moment, but I've got a video for it. I'm really sorry, Molly. I don't want to disappoint you, but still.
I'm not disappointed.
Here's my best moment video.
So here's my Twilight video. Actually, no, that's just a big pile of shit. Pretty much the same thing.
This film sucks so bad that it made us go and stand with poo and video myself. That's all I can say. That should be a quote on the DVD cover. This film made us play with poo.
See, when I go on these episodes, normally to know the characters, the reminders of the names, I'll open the IMDb page, and some of the reviews are it's so bad it's nearly good. And one of the top reviews is pretty good for what they had to work with. It's loads of backhanded compliments everywhere.
You know, like I said earlier on, I don't like this film, but the rest of the saga does pick up, and I do like things that's further on in the films. And as an as a whole story, let's say, I can't get my words out. As a whole story, it is all right.
Yeah.
Like a woman having to choose between a werewolf and a vampire, and then other vampires coming in and trying to stop them and shit like that. It's a really good story, but some parts of it are just played out so badly.
Yeah, right, they are.
What's your best moment, Molly?
So I've picked the whole meadow scene. So from when they go on a walk and he goes in the sunlight first and he like sparkles, which is done terribly because he's not supposed to like glitter like that. He's supposed to like shimmer. But also when she's like, "You're beautiful," and goes, "This is the skin of a killer." It's just a classic moment. And then they go in the meadow. Again, this is way better in the book than it is in the film. Like, this is a big moment in the book. But it's when he's like running around and he first kind of shows Bella what he's like as a vampire, like, and the stuff that he can do. And when he's like flitting about in trees and running about and chucking stuff about, it's the first time you see him as a vampire and as the predator that he's supposed to be, but also it's funny because it doesn't, the effects that they have don't add up to what is supposed to be being shown.
Well, Molly, honestly, I think this isn't very good in the book, and this isn't very good in the film. It's very cringy, but your version will break the internet. It is amazing. Here we go.
You think you could outrun me?
Look at us go, you bastard!
You think you could fight me off?
I laughed out so loud when I watched that earlier on, and it's the branch throw. You think you can fight me off, Bella? I love it.
Oh. There was no editing to that as well, you know. It was all real.
Yeah, that's just how I jumped about in the forest.
Oh, fucking hell, man. It's so good. No, that could break the internet, like, for reals. Right, are we on the awkward boner moment now?
Yeah.
So, I'm up next, and I did have something that I wanted to record for this, but I couldn't find the clip to download to insert myself into, and I was running out of time because I forgot that we were recording. But the awkward boner moment, it's got to be that part where Edward goes, "I gotta go," and she's like, "What? Why?" And he was like there's trouble coming or something. And he gets in his car and drives away, and the werewolves are in the other car coming the other way, and there's that awkward scene of just. And then you see the other werewolves, and I just wanted to put myself in, just going like, "Oh," and just like put like a sort of noise like behind it of him just like wanking as he's driving past. But I couldn't record it because I couldn't find the fucking clip. But unless I try and find the clip between now and Tuesday when this is released and insert it in. So yeah, hopefully that gets done. I'll just stick it in at the end somewhere if it's there, and then people have to stay and watch to see if it's there. And if not, unlucky mate. Molly, what's your awkward boner moment for this?
So mine is when Edward like smells Bella for the first time in the biology class. When he's sat and he's like, "Ugh," on the end of the table when she walks in the room. I just think if he stood up and had a boner, it would fit perfectly.
It would as well, because he's attracted to the scent as well, so it would have made sense.
Yeah. But it's just the way he sat, like, again, it's the weird, like, how they weirdly twitch to, like, show that they're uncomfortable. He's just sat, like, vibrating in the corner of the table.
And when he gets up to walk away, it's when it's finally went down. Or he's tucked it at 12 o'clock. Chris knows.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your awkward boner moment?
Weirdly, mine's the moment just after Molly just said, when Bella gets up and leaves Edward in the classroom, and Edward does something afterwards, which I think is a bit creepy. But I've got a video of it.
Oh, yes. I was thinking, I don't remember him like doing anything in the classroom. Like, no, right, where is it? Chris, best moment. No, not best moment. We've already played that. Shut up, Lee. Chris, awkward boner moment. Here we go. Good old seat sniffer. That's Edward all over, to be fair.
Yeah.
Fits his character perfectly.
108 years of seed sniffing.
Oh. Right. So, would you watch this film again, Chris?
Again? Maybe. Not anytime soon.
No. But in the future, when Finley's like, "Oh, what's this Twilight that Mum keeps going on about?" Sit down, son. You're in for a long haul.
Oh, nah. Actually, we are at the minute introducing him to new films, like proper films. Like, he's watched The Goonies like 7 times. He watched Hook the other day. I'm working my way up to Lord of the Rings, to be honest.
Oh, Hook. That's a classic childhood film. We've got to do that.
Yeah, I introduced him to Hook. He really liked it. He was really into it.
I think it's Robin Williams, I think.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
And Molly, you definitely would watch this film again.
Yeah, 100%. And Chris will be watching the rest of the franchise as well.
But yeah, I want to, just to find out why people like it.
Well, we will have a catch up on this topic in future episodes and see what you think of the rest of the Twilight movies. Unless you want to do a whole Twilight saga of Top Grumps episodes. Keep getting Molly back. Unless she's like, no, there's shit all over it. I'm never coming back on this.
You can't make Twilight like the first series that you guys do. It can't be Twilight.
Why not?
Top Grumps is better than that. It needs to be something weird like Butt Boy 1 to 7 or something strange.
There's only one Butt Boy, Molly.
Well, they're making a second Velocipasta.
Yeah, true.
Oh, don't make us watch another one of them, please.
Oh,
But
I like
no,
it.
with Lee, I've still got Pee Pee Poo Poo Man
Oh yeah, I can't
on the
wait for that.
cards.
I
Is
don't
that a
even
real
care.
film?
Yeah,
I don't even care if it's
Oh,
going
I
to be
thought
good or
you
not.
were joking.
yeah. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
Just a name like that, it's going to be an amazing episode. Right, so what would you rank this? Molly, what would you rank this out of 5?
So on the film only, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
That's an all right score, I suppose. I thought you were going to score it higher than that.
No, like I like it, but I can see its flaws. Like the acting is terrible. The effects aren't great. They miss out huge parts of the book, which is a real bugbear for me. Like when you turn in such a like cult book into a film, they miss out really important stuff. But I still like it. I would still rewatch it. So 3.5.
Talking about important stuff from this film, there's one thing that I forgot to mention, which I love that they've included in this movie, is when Bella drops the apple on the floor and Edward kicks it back up and catches it in his hands and hands it to her like that, which is the cover for the original book.
Yeah,
Molly stopped and told me that.
Yeah, so like it's a really nice Easter egg in the film, but the effects are done so terribly that the moment is like ruined. Like it's just so the apple moving is so disjointed. It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just let it. But yeah, I do like the fact that they included like the front cover, because obviously the front cover of all the films, like the whole book series, is very like stylized. I think there's references in every film to the original covers.
Oh, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Although I'm not even watching the rest, but I'll probably end up. Bex will probably carry on with them now that she made us watch this one, or that Chris made us watch this one. So, we're both in for it.
It's all I'm going to pick from now on. All Twilight films.
Right, what are you going to score this one, Chris?
I'm going to go 3 out of 5, only because morbid curiosity. I don't think it's good, but I think it's that bad. It's good, so it bumps it up a little bit from a 2.
Right.
Nothing really happened story wise.
It lays the groundwork at least.
Happens. Yeah, but I mean, like Fellowship of the Ring is meant to lay the groundwork for it, and that did a lot better a job. But you can't compare everything to classics. But anyway,
everything's got to come back to Lord of the Rings.
We still need to do a proper Lord of the Rings episode.
Yeah,
we will soon. No, I'm only giving this a 2.
First. Right.
I can't go any higher than that. I said I don't mind the rest of the films. But this one just sucks dick. Not as bad as some of the other things that we've done on this podcast. But still, nah. I don't ever want to watch this film ever again. I will watch some of the others, but just keep us away from Twilight.
Yeah, I get that.
Is it better than Manborg?
No. Manborg was better. And I can't even remember what I scored that.
Yeah, no. It's all blur. Man blur.
But, have you got anything else that you want to say about this before we move on?
Yeah, I forgot to mention Anna Kendrick's in it.
Oh,
I was surprised at that.
Love Anna Kendrick.
I think that's about it from me.
I haven't even seen her in anything else. I know she's in Pitch Perfect, but I haven't seen those films. I was expecting Molly to be like, "Oh my god, you haven't seen Pitch Perfect?"
Well, I think I knew that you hadn't, but yeah, I also like the Pitch Perfect films. Surprise, surprise. I don't know what else Anna Kendrick's been in. She has been in other stuff, but I don't really like her. I've not watched a lot of her.
She was in Trolls. I think she's got a weird mouth.
There's a movie she's in called Voices with Ryan Reynolds, which is fucking amazing.
Well, I love Ryan Reynolds. I'll watch anything he's in.
No, I'm going to have to get this on one of the episodes as well, Voices. When I watched the trailer for it, it looks like a comedy, and it's got like a dog and a cat talking to him, and he's like on drugs and things, and it was like, oh, this looks like it's going to be hilarious. Ryan Reynolds like off his tits talking to animals like Dr. Dolittle. But then it's a very mental health heavy film where he's like actually psychotic and he turns out to be a murderer.
Oh.
And like he just goes around like decapitating people and keeping heads in his fridge and stuff, like proper Jeffrey Dahmer style. And it's a really good film.
Oh, I'd watch out.
But yeah, we'll do that at some point. But I would recommend just watching it, even if you're not going to do an episode on it. Really good movie.
I'll watch it. I love Ryan Reynolds.
Next week is my pick. I did say we were going to do Van Wilder, but I've got something else on my mind that I really want to do. And I said to you before this, I don't know how you'll feel about it because I don't think it's your kind of thing. But there's
right.
So, do you know like when musicians have like those like documentary like the Elton John Rocket Man things and like Bohemian Rhapsody kind of stuff? I really want to do The Dirt, which is the Motley Crue one, which is fucking insane. It's just a piss-licking, ant-sniffing wild side of rock and roll, all in one movie. And all those things that I've just mentioned, piss-licking, ant-sniffing, do happen in that movie. It's got Ozzy Osbourne in it, but well, not the real Ozzy Osbourne, but it's got someone playing Ozzy Osbourne. His scenes are just fucking amazing. But I really want to do that next episode.
I'm very give it. When you first started, I was like, is he going to say Spinal Tap?
Oh no, I don't like Spinal Tap.
Oh, do you not?
Well, actually, do you know, when I watched it, I was about 10. So I probably just didn't get it. But yeah. So next week, Motley Crue's The Dirt. Are you going to get dressed up as like 80 rocker?
Yes.
Get some wigs and bandanas out and put some guy liner on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, cool.
Look like Lee in 2008.
I won't even need to go and buy costume stuff. I've already got like the wigs, and then I can just wear my normal clothes from back in the day.
Are you going to wear one of them belts that look like bullets?
I never had one of those. That's too far.
Or even the spiked wrist things.
I might have one of them lying around. It might be in my loft, like with my old clothes. I don't know. But we'll see what I can dig out. What else have we got coming up this week?
Oh, and the podcast. I don't actually know. So do you want to just make it up again?
Yeah, go on then.
Because Tuesday now, we're actually skipping a week on Anime Club, so that's not out on Friday. Because I am away to Molly's brothers. Hey, but on Wednesday
are doing an episode on Vince McMahon's hard drive.
Yes, yeah. You're in for a treat there.
Oh God, I missed that. It took us a moment. Oh fuck. And then
Saturday we've got Countdown to Doomsday.
All right, cool. I don't know what episode they're up to.
I don't want to say anything bad because Sammy's on that one.
I've already been too mean to Sammy recently. I need to stop being nicer, so I'll be nice about Sammy.
They'll be continuing their Countdown to Doomsday on Countdown to Doomsday.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, it'll be the normal podcast where Paul is going to shave himself live.
Yeah, and finally dye his beard green.
Oh, he did mention it was different colours. It was like green, blue, red.
It needs a bit of yellow in there. Top Grumps now.
Yeah. I think we're dead to him anyway.
That's always been the case. And then Monsters on Monday. Again, Sammy and Dan will be talking about their week's monster. Love you, Sammy and Dan. Don't hurt us. But anything else before we go?
Join the Discord, join the Facebook, and thanks for coming on, Molly.
Thank you for having us. It was fun.
I'm sorry for all the things that I say about you in our podcast, and I'm especially sorry for last week when I said stuff about the garage. I really didn't mean it.
I just brush it off. I know that you say it out of love.
I do. But thank you very much. Chris, what's your final word?
Balls.
Don't be a grump. Be a top grump.
Hey.